I'm here today with Heather Hogendoorn. Heather is a mother of two, teacher, photographer, and an avid blogger of all things sun safety. She was diagnosed with melanoma in April 2019, which was discovered to be stage 3A. So the reason why we're having this conversation today is to create awareness around children and sun safety. How would you explain to your children the importance of sun safety all year round, every day?
Yeah. So I think even before my melanoma diagnosis, I've always been an advocate for protecting your skin all year round and just making sure that you're protecting yourself from the sun. It's never been my intention to scare the kids, but I do think it's really important that they know that the sun can be dangerous and that it can be harmful. So I've explained just some simple things that, you know, the sun can cause a burn on your skin, and a burn is really painful. So we want to make sure that we don't get that. And I also explained to my son, he was asking me this morning why I was doing this interview. And I was explaining to him about melanoma, and we had never really talked about it, but he does know that you can get really sick if you get too much sun or if you get sun damage. So I think that making the kids kind of understand that they do need to protect themselves. And like you said, especially all year. So on a day like today, when it's overcast, you can still get just as much sun damage, and the UV rays are still coming through those clouds. And you need to make sure that you are wearing your sunscreen on days like this and protecting yourself. In the winter as well, if you're going, if you're going skiing, you're getting double sun from it bouncing off of the snow. Right. So we've made it part of their everyday routine. And it's just something that we talk about on a regular basis. So I think that's really helped.
What tips do you have for parents for practicing sun safety with their children?
So my kids are 5 and 7. My 5-year-old is really adamant about putting it on herself. So we've just gone over and we all do it together. So a lot of the times, if I notice especially that they're missing, I just go over with it, putting it on my hands, explaining to them why it's so important to rub it in and really take your time putting it on, because spending that extra 2 minutes is really going to pay off in the long run. You're not going to be getting you're going to be not going to be missing any spots on your skin that way. So a couple of other tips I would say, make sure that you're applying a generous amount of SPF on them every day, especially, even on days that are overcast. Really important to make sure you're still including that into your routine every morning. Putting on that UV protective clothing, or the wraparound sunglasses that you can get. Wearing a broad wide brim hat is really important, keeping the sun off your face, your ears especially, and your neck as well. I mentioned the long sleeve swim shirts, so my kids always both of them wear the long sleeve swim shirts when we're outside. And also, trying to stay in the shade as much as you can. Sometimes it's not a possibility that you can't stay in the shade, but we've made our play areas in the backyard around the shade, so that, when they go to the slide or when they go to play with their toys, they're all in the shade anyways. And I think that's been helpful. And we also try to stay out of the sun when we can, between 11 and 3. And, obviously it's not possible all the time to stay out of the sun. And if you can't, it's just really important that you make sure that you are taking those extra precautions, spending the time to put your sunscreen on, getting that hat, even if it means running back into the house, and grabbing that hat, because it is really going to make a difference in the long run.
Yeah. What would you tell parents who do not take proper sun safety measures to protect their children?
I don't think it's ever any parent's intention to purposely put their child's health at risk, but I think it is just a matter of more education needs to be out there. And I think that if parents, if they know that, just that one sunburn, that one really bad sunburn as a kid, it really increases your risk of getting melanoma as an adult. So, think it's really important that we're doing this, and it's so great that you're doing this and like spreading this information.
Well, those are great tips and information there. I just want to thank you, Heather, again for joining us today. And for all tips on safety, be sure to visit our website, melanomanetwork.ca, to learn more about 3 ways to block the rays. So thanks again, and take care, everyone, and stay well.